Did Jimmy Uso rejoin the Bloodline? We're going to be discussing this and more on this brand new edition of Weekly Roundup. What happened on Monday Night Raw? First, we had main event Jey Uso kicking off the show. He is on Monday Night Raw, and he kicks off the show until he's interrupted by Sami Zayn, who ends this segment after all they've been through with hugging Jey Uso. This is a full circle moment. It was absolutely beautiful. Now we have Drew McIntyre and Riddle losing again to the Viking Raiders after a failed attempt of help from Kofi Kingston. And this loss had Drew McIntyre irate. He was angry. He was not happy about this loss. And are we teasing a little heel turn here? I don't know, but we're going to just have to wait and see. Now we have Seth Rollins calling out Shinsuke Nakamura, wanting a rematch after he was attacked by him after Payback went off the air, but he says no to Seth, and Seth comes after them until officials attempt to separate the two. These two were just brawling. They were going at it. Nakamura did not want to give him a rematch. He wants it on his timing, but Seth got attacked after Payback went off the air by Nakamura, and now Seth wants him again, but only time will tell until that will happen. Now, after getting involved and trying to defend Seth's honor and help keep Nakamura away from the already injured Rollins, Ricochet and Shinsuke Nakamura face off, where red match ends in a disqualification after Shinsuke Nakamura hits him with a chair in the middle of the match. And after the match, Shinsuke wants to seriously hurt Ricochet, but Seth rushes down to prevent it from happening, leading to an all-out brawl between the two. So the brawl they had before wasn't enough. Now they got to do it again. Shinsuke just wanted to go after Ricochet, but Seth said nah, and he came after him, and these two are just going at it again. Now we have the Judgment Day coming out and cutting a promo, bragging about holding all the gold until JD McDonough comes out. Damian was a little frustrated at this, but JD presented Damian Priest with this brand new custom Money in the Bank briefcase. It is absolutely gorgeous. It fits him perfectly. The green wasn't doing it, but the purple hits different. And then Sammy comes out and he wants a match with Dom, but JD once again oversteps his boundary and puts himself in a match with Sami Zayn. Now we have Shayna Baszler getting a pretty good win over Zoe Stark. And we have Raquel getting a quick win over Chelsea Green. And Raquel has requested to WWE official Adam Pearce for a match against Rhea next week on Raw for the WWE Women's World Championship, where Dominic Mysterio is barred from ringside. That match is happening tonight on Raw, so make sure y'all tune in. Now we have an official Drew McIntyre heel turn teased. There is tension between with Drew and Jey Uso because of Jey Uso's actions in the past with them, and now he has some tension with Kofi after Kofi tried to help them out but failed and made them lose their match earlier. So Drew is just a little upset. He's frustrated like he was earlier, and I believe this is going to lead to a heel turn. We're just going to have to wait and see. But now we have, oh my gosh, the best segment of the entire night. The Miz has Miz TV with an invisible John Cena. And this joker up here gives him a skull-crushing finale. And the Miz also challenges LA Knight to another match. And we can't fail to mention this part. Stu is running around as if John Cena was really there. I mean, he was selling the entire thing that the Miz was doing, and this segment was absolutely hilarious. But Miz, like I said, called out LA Knight for another match, And now we have JD McDonough getting a good win over Sami Zayn after using his trunks. And after the match, Sami comes after Dom until JD McDonough stomps him, leading to a haluva kick to him from Sami Zayn. So basically JD kind of got Dominic out the way and took the punishment, just like Sami did for many members of the Bloodline back in the past. So after a while, I think we're going to see JD in the Judgment Day. Now we go have a backstage segment with Dominic Mysterio. And he wants to recruit Jey Uso. This Joker wants to recruit Jey Uso into the Judgment Day. I don't think Jay's gonna do that, but that's what he wants to do. But now we have the main event. My gosh, an amazing match between Chad Gable and Gunther. And Gunther was able to retain his Intercontinental Championship and get a massive win over Chad Gable. My gosh, Chad's daughter was even crying. It was just emotional. But congratulations to Gunther. He is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Congratulations to the Ring General. Now what happened on Friday Night SmackDown? We love SmackDown. And what happened on there? We have Charlotte and Shotzi getting a great win over Damage Control. Shotzi pinned Bayley and Asuka, and Io stand face to face after the match. Asuka wants her women's championship back, the same one that Bianca won and then got cashed in on by Io Sky. Asuka and Io face to face. Asuka wants that title back. Now Jimmy, we have a little backstage segment, and Jimmy says that he's in the Bloodline, and Paul says he's not in until the tribal chief says that he's in. So with a tribal chief who was obviously on the truck in the background of that segment, is he going to allow Jimmy to come back in, or is he done with his cousin? I don't know, but we're going to have to just wait and see. Now we have the megastar LA Knight, coming out to accept the Miz's challenge before being interrupted by Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. And basically, there's a match set up next with LA Knight and Austin Theory. Now, after a pretty good match, LA Knight gets a good win over Austin Theory. Now we have the Judgment Days, Finn Balor and Damian Priest getting a good win over the Brawling Brutes after a great match. Their match was phenomenal. And they stand face to face with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Bobby and the Street Profits are really trying to put people on notice here, and they're doing a good job at it. And now that Damian and Finn are the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, they may have to worry about the Street Profits now. The Street Profits have been on a little winning streak here, on the little heat streak even. They got some heat behind them, not like in a bad way, but they got something on them. They got a little more aggressive than they were before, and I think they're going to be some real contenders for the Tag Team Championships. Now, in the main event, we have AJ Styles getting a massive win over Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso is not trying to be main event Jimmy Uso, I guess. He's in the main event. And Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa were at ringside during this match. But get this, as AJ is leaving out of the ring, the Judgment Day come out and attack him. And then they throw AJ back into the ring to get Samoan spiked by Solo Sikoa. Solo was able to Samoan spike him. And Judgment Day and Jimmy and Solo were basically looking off at one another. Do we have some kind of mutual respect agreement between the Bloodline and the Judgment Day? I don't know, but all I know is that everybody's coming for AJ Styles now. And that's very interesting. Where is this going to lead? We're going to have a Bloodline versus AJ, a Judgment Day versus AJ. AJ just against the whole world now? I don't know. Are we even done with AJ and Karrion Kross? I don't know. But, my gosh, what a way to close off Friday Night SmackDown. What a week, what a week, what a week in WWE. The road to Fastlane has begun. And my gosh, I can't wait to see what we have coming up next on Monday Night Raw. The final Raw under the Vince McMahon, the McMahon family regime, is tonight, 8 p.m. on the USA Network here in the United States of America. Starting Tuesday, the Endeavor deal will be finalized. So this is the last full-on McMahon regime episode of Raw we're going to get. And yeah, so please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe, and make sure to catch us back next week, God be willing, for a brand new episode of Weekly Roundup. God bless.